Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Sunday night Team Asea Asia Edition training. So just a quick audio and sound check. If you can see this screen and you can hear us talking, that means you're all good. If you really cannot hear us or see us, just log back out again and use the same screen, use the same link to log back in again. So good evening to everyone. My name is BK, and I think next week we're gonna. So those of you who are tired of seeing my face, don't worry. Next week we'll have some other faces to present. Okay. Now again, like I said earlier on, tonight is not so much a training. It's more like a live or mini live workshop. I hope to do certain things with all of you so that it can really help you to get started in your SEA business. Now, the reason why I kind of think that if you are on this call tonight, that you do want to build an ASEA business in whatever fashion that you are thinking about, right? So you do want to build an ASEA business, and that's why you're on this live training workshop. Now, those of you who are totally new to this, there are certain sessions that we have that are Discover ASEA. If you're not even an associate yet, perhaps this session may not be as meaningful to you, but that we do have Discover ASEA presentations if you are keen on attending that. Okay, so tonight, like I said, it's going to be a mini live training. So while I'm going to go through the front part of it a little bit, those of you who have not prepared pen and paper for yourself, or whatever writing instruments that you use, if you're using an iPad or whatever, just make sure that you have it ready by the time we go to that portion. Okay, so let's get going. So I just want to highlight that I'm a student just like all of you. Okay, I'm a student just like all of you, and I'm here to learn as well. So I'm no different from any of you. Okay, but the thing is, over the years, I kind of figured out you learn best when you teach others. Okay, you start to learn best when you teach others. So if you want to earn, you need to learn. Okay, if you want to earn, you need to learn, and if you want to learn, then start to teach. In fact, what will happen tonight is that as I go through these materials with all of you, because I'm kind of the one guiding the session, I will also learn quite a bit more myself, and I'm excited to hear what I'm going to do tonight as well. So, what you need to do is if you really want to start to learn more, um, step up and maybe even volunteer and tell us, hey, would like to do offer to do a Sunday night training or something like that, and we are happy for you to do that. So feel free to reach out to any of our working sponsors, and we are happy to put you and schedule you in for a training session. Okay, so very important thing here, if you want to learn, then start teaching. Okay, so tonight we're going to learn together. We're going to not from me, but rather from the grades. Okay, that means I'm going to it's material that I've gathered together, things that I've learned from various sources that I hope can help you get started as well. Okay, so something that I've come to understand recently is that sometimes a lot of us are actually more than capable of running this business already. Okay, you must also understand that whatever knowledge or I had in the afternoon today, and I was just telling the person that you must understand that all the knowledge and experience and expertise that you have in another industry or in another business or in another occupation, right? Some of these skills are actually can be used very well or can be utilized very well in the SEA as well. So don't just forget everything that you know simply because you are that is a brand new industry for you. So they are all actually quite interchangeable and obviously very useful also in this industry. So in fact, one of the analogy that a trainer has used before was like, um, it is like, you have a combination lock and you need five numbers or six numbers, and you kind of have five numbers already. All you need is just that one last number and you can unlock the full potential. Okay, you just need the one last number, the full potential. Now, which is again why we strongly encourage everyone to always attend weekly meetings or the weekly trainings, because you never know that there might be something that somebody says during the meeting. It could be the trainer, it could be the presenter, or it could be somebody who is sharing something, and that sharing can provide the very last number that you need in your combination lock to unlock your full potential. Okay, so always be in attendance if you really want to grow this business. Now tonight you'll all the attendees in the call on the call tonight, and you never know, because something that some of them say, it could be the very missing number that you already need. Okay, you need in to unlock your potential. Okay, so some of the things that I have gathered resources from is that I just wanted to show you that it is not me, it is from all these resources. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I have on hand, and if you want to, please go ahead and get them for yourself as well, and also invest in yourself and learn. Okay, so for example, this screenshot over here is a screenshot of my Kindle app. Kindle is the ebook collection that you can buy from Amazon, for example. And I have all kinds of books. Okay, I do like to read, and I buy them, and I read them. And it doesn't have to be only about network marketing. It can be about a whole spectrum of topics. For example, if you look at the right hand side, there is a book that I'm reading is about writing screenplays. Okay, it's about writing screenplays. So read widely, read a lot, and you will learn from all these people that have invested time and energy to writing something for you. Okay, so that's one very good source for you. So please pick it up if you don't already have it. Another source of inspiration or learning that I have is something called Audible. Dible. A good friend of mine has been telling me that she feels that this is the best invention ever, because she doesn't like to read, but she loves listening to audibles. So it is a godsend to some people. Now again, um, please pick it up, because there are some very very good titles about all kinds of topics. Of course, naturally about network marketing and personal growth that you can find on Audible. So please go and look it up if you don't already know or have it. Okay. Now another source that I frequently have is I also do invest and buy certain training courses or programs by various organizations. And for example, like this one, Success Academy, I purchased recently a whole series of Jim Rohn's trainings, which I totally enjoy and I thoroughly enjoy. Jim Rohn is probably my favorite, all-time favorite motivational trainer and success coach, so to speak. It's a pity that he's no longer around. Otherwise, I would have loved to attend his live sessions. Okay, so you could look this up if you want to. And last but not least, this is a very quick gathering of I feel um, five very essential audibles on SoundCloud. These are totally free. So if you're not ready to invest any financial amount yet, also fine. So I encourage you to just go to this. I'm going to give you the link now. So the next link is this one. So just go to this link and you can listen to these five audibles. In fact, I would challenge you continuously every day for the next 30 days. Okay, you will find that your mind will change, your whole mindset, your whole perspective of a lot of things will change, and your business will naturally change. Okay, so the people who are seriously building the business, they are all learners. So if you really want to get serious about building your business, please also become a learner. So the first few parts just now, all the slides just now, I'm just trying to show you some of the materials that we're going to go through tonight are from there. And then it's not necessarily from me. I'm just them or just using from them, and then hoping to help all of you to grow as you progress together in this business. Okay, so the things that we're going to cover tonight, and again, remember, it is going to be a workshop. So you are going to be doing some work, okay? We're not going to run for too long. We're going to go for about an hour or so. But I also must clarify that a lot of these topics here, you could actually need to spend more time on it than what we have tonight. So I'm just going to quickly give you kind of like a jump start to this. But please go back and these topics if you do need them. Okay, if you do need them, please spend more time on them. So we're going to cover defining your reasons. Number one, your reason is very important. And number two, we are going to kind of refine your script or create your script when you have to answer questions like what do you do, okay, or you have a 30-second elevator pitch on demand, for example. And also, what I feel is important to focus from now on would be how can you say less to more people and you can invite more people as we go the year, right? And the third part, we're going to cover something about how are you going to edify, craft something that you can use to edify your three-way expert. Okay. Now, your three-way expert doesn't have to be your working sponsor. It doesn't have to be your working upline diamond. It can be anyone in your team that is just not you. Okay. So we're going to talk a bit about that later. And last but not least, the last part, if we do have time, we're going to quickly create your own daily method of operations, which is your DMO, and so that we can take whatever you're talking about today and actively utilize it. Now, to an hour because we don't want to overrun for all these things. So if we can have enough time to go through all of this, which we will try. If we cannot, then we'll break it up and go on for another week. So if we don't finish it, please come on again the next time we are having a training again on Sunday. Okay. So another reminder again, please have your pen and paper ready. You are going to benefit the most training if you actually take part in the training and the workshop. And if you actually later on unmute yourself and then share what you have written or what you have written about, right? So if you really want to learn and we really want to maximize the learning tonight, please have all these things in place. Now, of course, I'm not going to force you to speak up if you don't want to, but I would strongly encourage that if you do, you will definitely benefit the most from. Okay, so I've said too much already. I hope that you already have your pen and paper ready. So let's get going. Yeah. So part one, the very first part, we're going to talk about defining your reasons. Okay, defining your reasons. Now, your reasons, your goals, your why, it can sometimes be loosely interchangeably used, but essentially it is about finding something that is bigger than the obstacles that you might face in this business. Okay, so it'll be good for you to kind of clearly on why are you exactly doing this business, articulate it, and preferably have it written down somewhere, and look at it frequently. And the more you have these reasons and goals and whys, the easier you are in going forward in your business because you know for a fact that you are going to face objections, you're going to face rejections. In fact, what Danny Robinson said in one of her posts earlier on is that in your first 5 years of a network marketing career, feel like quitting from time to time, you're kind of not doing something right. Okay, because you will encounter a lot of people who will say no to you, which is a fact. Okay, which is a fact. So again, another quote from one of my favorite trainers: if you have enough reasons, you can do the most incredible things. Okay, if you have enough reasons, you can do the most incredible things. In fact, oftentimes if you look back today and honestly look at where you are today, and if you're not at all happy with your results, can almost guarantee that the reason is because you don't have enough reasons. Okay, Jim Rohn actually says in one of his training that the reason why you're not successful enough, okay, is because you do not have enough reasons. So if you want greater success in whatever you're doing now, okay, let's say it is about Asea, then please gather even more reasons. Okay, so um, before we get going, I want to quickly remind everyone that we have all actually have done things that we have already accomplished that you can be proud of. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. What I'm going to do now is please write down 5 things that you have already accomplished and you are proud of. It could be anything. It could be the past. You don't have to tell us your age, but let's say you've been on planet Earth for 40 years. Somewhere along the lines, I'm very sure there are 5 things that you have done. We will never be there will never be anyone that have not done any 5 things that they are not proud of already. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Please write down the 5 things that you're proud of, and then let's get some sharing. Okay. Let me start a timer first. Hang on. So you have slightly more than 5 minutes. So write down 5 things over the past 20, 30, 40 years that you have accomplished and you're proud of. Okay. And again, like I said, later on when I open up the mics, please, please do share, because like I said, if you take part in the training tonight, you're going to benefit even more. It could be from school, it could be from your previous career, it could be about husband or wife possible. It could be anything. Okay, it could be you won a competition, you were first placed in a photography or composition writing. It could be anything. Okay, just write down 5 things that you have accomplished over the course of your lifetime up to now, that you're particularly proud of. It doesn't have to be anything related to Asea. Just write down 5 things that you're proud of. 3 more minutes to go. So if I've actually allowed I've unmute not I've allowed anyone that wants to speak up later to do it. So please unmute yourself if you do. Two and a half more minutes. Whoever is ready to go, you can unmute yourself and just start sharing too. Okay, you don't have to tell us all 5. You can tell us maybe like 1 or 2 or 3 of your favorite accomplishments. Happy to share. Okay. Tonight's training is not a time to be shy. If you don't take part, it won't be as good. You wouldn't benefit as much. So just get a hang of it and just start to share. Because tonight is not me. The attention is not on the content. The attention is on you. The attention must be on you. And if you want to move on in your career or business in this year, I would strongly encourage you to do this.
Vicky, are we supposed to share all 5? Or
No, just choose the top 1 or 2 that you like. You don't have to share all 5.
okay, I'll share 2.
Sure.
I won a debate competition when I was in A levels.
Well
Which
done. Well
I
done.
think it was first in 10 years history of my school. So we kind of brought back the trophy back. And then
Awesome.
the
Awesome.
second one was the first in my family to get admission in a public university. So
Awesome.
that
Awesome.
that was a proud moment.
Awesome. Thank you, Sam. Thanks for sharing and for being so brave to be the first to share. Those of you who are online, you can feel free to unmute yourself and clap. Show appreciation to people. Always good.
Yeah. Well done. Hi, I'm Jenny. I would like to share two. Um, uh, I like to share two. The first one will be I feel very proud to be able to raise my special son single-handedly without any help, and homeschool him until he can achieve like in the year 7 standard. This is one.
Awesome. Awesome.
The second one will be I joined one of the company about 15 years ago as just an executive. And within 3 to 4 years, I actually become a regional manager.
Awesome. Well done. Well done. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So can step into the kitchen, can step into the boardroom as well. I mean the famous Chinese saying, "Well done." I know you, Jenny has a tough time with this. So proud of her. Okay, who else? Come on, don't be shy. Definitely have more than 5 things that you have accomplished and you're proud of.
Hi, my name is John Bill.
Hi, John.
Yeah, I'd like to share one thing that I like lah, that I think it's a personal accomplishment.
Sure.
Yeah, I was working in this oil and gas in a management position. I was in that industry for about 16 years. But one thing that I never liked in the industry is that the fact that I don't have family time. All right. And then I know that I was living my life not on my own terms. And I decided to quit from that industry altogether 5 years ago. And something, to support the family, which is, own business and so on. So I'm glad I took the leap of faith 5 years ago.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
It is a difficult decision to make when you have to do that, right?
It is. Yes, it is. Because, you mix with emotions and all that. So, yeah, but eventually, I get to know what I really want in the process.
Very awesome. Thanks for sharing, John. Okay, who else? Come on, don't be shy. Like I said, today's training is a workshop. It's not a training. Okay, it's for you to break out of your comfort zone, start talking in front of people, and that will help you. It really will help you. Okay. I can't really just take a quick look while we wait for someone. Okay. Quick, one last one. One last brave soul. Come on. We can do it. Anyone? You don't have to show your face. You can just speak up. You can share one. Just share one. I'm going to give another 30 seconds. If you have that inkling in your mind or your heart now that says that I want to share, I want to unmute myself, do it. Okay? If you overthink it, you let it think, you think and think, you will not do it. Because the same thing will happen when you spot someone on the street, you want to approach them about Asea, and then you start thinking, oh, what happens if I open my mouth? Okay? So this is a perfect time for you to practice. You're in a safe space. Just unmute yourself. Just tell us what about, and you'll be amazed at the kind of change that you start to have. Okay?
BK,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Uncle Iman.
Sulaiman Gula. Yeah.
Yes.
One thing very interesting about myself is that I'm an ex-Singaporean. The most critical thing is to decide whether to become a Singaporean or the Malaysian. This is a very critical decision that I have made. Even though I have served my national service in Singapore, paid my income tax, but in a split second, I decided to become a Malaysian rather than Singaporean. So this is one of the most ultimate decision that I made. And I did realize what the future will come to.
You knew Asea was coming to Malaysia, that's why.
Yeah,
okay, well done.
That's the thing I like to share. It's so critical, the decision that I made. Without referring to body.
Yeah, some people leave jobs, you leave a country. Okay. Thanks, Uncle Iman. Yeah, well done. Okay, so we are done with this part. And let me just move on quickly to the next part. So that's about, so take note, you have done something that you can be proud of. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Okay, next part. You need reasons to get yourself excited to get out of bed. You need goals to get yourself excited to get out of bed. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you another 5 minutes again. You should write down at least 50, but for tonight, I'm not gonna make you write 50 because we don't have time. Okay. So write down 10 things that or reasons or goals that would get you excited to build this business. Okay, 10 things that will get you excited to build this business. Okay, so I'm going to start a timer and I'm going to just go through maybe some of the possibilities of what things you can write, so that we have more time, because we look at the time, it's actually quite tight. Okay, so these 50 things that you should write eventually, but tonight just go for 10 first. It could be things that you would like to buy, would like to own, you like to have. One of my friends recently, they will know that I would like to buy the brand. There's a new Leica camera that is very nice. So things that you would like to have, a house, a car, all those things, right? So those are the things that would get you excited about doing the business. If let's say you want a Lamborghini, to you, but you are still happy because doesn't matter. Another no gets you closer to your goal, which is the Lamborghini. So write down the things that excite you. It can be big or small. Just write down everything, every and anything. Then you can also write down things like places that you would like to visit, places that you like to go and see, places that you have never been before. You've always seen it in a brochure or when people share on social media. Write those things down. Write those things down. What are those places that you would like to visit? Okay. Another thing that you may want to write down is a goal or a reason is maybe there are certain people in the world that you would like to meet, right? There are certain people in the world that you would like to meet. You'll be surprised. For example, I will share one of my personal ones. Okay, and I'm putting it out now because I'm going to tell the universe I would like to meet in person Keanu Reeves, because he's been one of my favorite actors in many, many ways. Okay, so any of you here on this call, if you know Keanu Reeves and you can connect me with him, I would really, really appreciate it. Okay, so people that you would like to meet. Okay, it could be anyone. It could be a movie star. It could be a business icon, or anybody that you would like to meet. Okay, and another thing that you may want to write about would be your hobby. You maybe want to learn something, or you want to do a skill or something like that. I have something written down as a hobby, is that I would like to go and learn how to sing. Okay, I'm going to take singing lessons for myself. So that's something for me. Okay, so I would like to do that. It could be anything for you. Go scuba diving, learn how to swim, learn how to wakeboard, whatever. Right? Of course, naturally, another thing that is a convenient or a very easy thing to write about would be income. Right? What are your income goals now? If you say you want to make an $200 a month, I don't think that will help you jump up of bed every day and go out and talk to people and face rejection. So set your income goals high, and let that motivate you to do more things. Okay. And then there are some of you on the call, I'm very sure you have a very philanthropic and you have a charity bone inside you. So maybe you would like to start an orphanage, you would like to start a halfway house, you like to start something, a rescue for dogs or pets or animals or anything like that. You cannot do now, you cannot do so now because you do not have the finances, for example, but you would like to. So that could be a reason for you. You love dogs, you love cats, you love all kinds of animals. That could be something that you want to do. Okay. And maybe there's some of you here that you have a bone to pick with some people. Honestly, sometimes it can be like that. You may want to prove to someone who is telling you now that you are in some stupid thing that supposed to be in, but yet you know very well that you are in something that is very legitimate, that is very credible, and you want to prove to them that you can do this, right? It could be anybody. I remember last time when I was a student and my brother was laughing at me because I couldn't do a single push-up, and that laughing at me really pushed me to really train, and eventually I could do easily 100, 200 push-ups on my own, right? So that was like, of course, younger. And last but not least, aspirations. Write down your aspirations. Write down things like, do you want to be a life coach? Do you want to be a speaker? Do you want to be a trainer? Do you want to be a singer? You want to cut your own album? Maybe you want to author or write a book. You know, you want to direct a movie, and all those things that you might not have been thinking about because you kind of let life get in the way, and you didn't have all those things that you wanted to do. These things can be the part of the 50 that you write down. Nothing is too big, nothing is too small. Just write down things that can get you excited to get going. Wake up in the morning, jump out of bed, and go and tackle the objections that you may have, and just to make sure you can reach your goal. So, write down at least 10. You know, I've talked for a lot already. I'm sure you can do that. Okay, 5 minutes is up. So, again, written could be very public. You are happy to share, like I shared some of mine just now. Some could be very private. You know, if you have very private ones, don't need to share with us tonight. You know, some of your goals could be very private. Of course, we do appreciate that. So later on, when I open up the mics for you to share, please share whatever you're comfortable with sharing. Again, don't have to go through all 10. If you want to go through 10 with us, we're happy to hear from you as well. But if not, maybe just choose the top 3 to 5 that you were happy to share. Okay, so let's listen to what are some of the things that get you guys excited. I'm sure there will be some differences. So 5 minutes. Okay, let's hear from some of you.
Below. And if you found any inspiration at all from this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. It always helps to support the channel when you do. All right, thanks so much for watching. Big Up Lives signing off. We'll see you next week.
Who want to get going first? Share your reasons, your whys about this Asea business. You know, just share the top 3 or you have in mind. Those who have shared already, don't be shy. You can share again.
With the
Okay?
Home Security Camera, you can stay up to date with what's happening at home 24/7.
Now that we have the acoustic panels all set up here in the studio, it means we can finally start filming here. So I think this is going to be the first video ever where
Is that somebody sharing? Can't hear clearly.
No, it's not. Unmute yourself. You know, if you have to share, you want to share. You know, we're happy to hear from you. Please do.
Maybe let me share first. I'd like
Thank you,
to
Jenny.
leave something behind for Jensen, number one.
Okay.
Because you know his situation, he might not be able to get a good job, whatever. And
You have a number there. Put a number to it.
I don't. I have to think
Put-
about that. Yeah. Oh,
No,
I have a number. Yes, I have a number there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Put a
Then,
number to it. Okay.
And second one is I have many people I want to help in my family and also my friends who are facing financial problem. I feel that if I can do well, then only I can help them.
Yes.
This is one thing. Yeah.
Top 2.
Yeah, top 2. And the third one, maybe I'd like to buy my dream house.
Where would it be?
KL Center. Yeah.
KL Center. Okay.
Yeah, it
How
will
big?
be a dream condominium, the kind that is low dense, high security, 3,000 to 4,000 square feet, that kind.
How many bedrooms?
Maybe 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Right.
notice the questions that I'm asking you. You need to firm up all these things. Yeah, because it will help you. Okay. Be as clear as you can. How much you want to leave for Jensen? What kind of house you want? You know, what kind of district? How many rooms? Is there an island in the kitchen? You know, what kind of materials? If you can be crystal clear, it will help you tremendously. Now, it doesn't have to be clear now. Okay, you can make it clearer along the way. Okay, but do as quickly as you can. Okay. Thanks, Jenny, for sharing. Thank you very much. Someone else? Come on. Let's go. By taking the action of attending the training, you have already shown that you are an action taker. Okay, so take the next step and participate in the training because you will benefit more. All right. Again, don't have to share all 10. Just share the top one or two reasons that will get you excited about Asea. Okay, about doing it seriously. So don't be shy. Please, do share. Anyone? You have to be more excited than this.
Becky, I'll share mine.
Happy to hear from you again, Sam.
Okay, there's a lot. Okay, my loud. Okay. So the one I want to share is it's very exciting when I see on Facebook, on YouTube and all, where we see people who have achieved or be very successful in Asia, about their story, and then they come on and they're on the stages and they go on videos and do training and they tell things, right?
Yes.
So I want to see myself doing that someday and impacting people. So I think I always imagine if I were there, how much difference will I make? And it
Awesome.
always
Awesome.
makes me very motivated that someday I should be doing what they're doing. And I'm sure they put in a lot of hard work and they have already achieved a lot of success. Hence, they were able to go there with that kind of energy and presence. So it makes me very curious and excited to know how emotionally I'll feel when I'm in that level.
Bye. Get ready a pretty dress, and walk across that stage. Okay.
Yeah, someday, yes.
No, someday soon. Just set yourself a goal. I'll work with you on that. Don't worry.
Sure.
And then you get ready a pretty dress and walk across that stage. You can do it.
Yes. Okay.
Thanks for sharing, Sam.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Come on. You see, everybody has different things, right? Jenny wanted to leave something for her, will want to leave something for her son. That's a motivation. Sam wants to walk across the stage, wants to be able to train other people. Everybody will have something different, right? So what is yours? Vocalize it. Tell people. And this is recorded, so it's going to go down in posterity, right? And then half a year later, you realize, hey, I've done this. Now, put it out into the universe, and let the universe know that you want this, okay? Because if you put it out there, it will happen for you, okay? So it's something that is very, very powerful. Please do take advantage. And again, you're in a safe space here. Everybody is from Asea. Everybody here wants to build a business in Asea. Okay, I'm just buying you time, saying more things. So please, if you have anything you want to share, quick, come on, you can do it.
Hi, I'm Melissa.
Hi, Melissa. We can hear you. What happened?
By supplying a share for them, one case each of my family members for free. And I would like to own a house worth 800K in this year. This is my aim.
Okay. Sorry, I think we got cut off a little bit in the beginning. You said you wanted to supply a case of your family members, is it? I think because we
Yes,
got cut off a bit. Okay. Awesome.
yes,
So you want to take care of their health, right?
yes.
And then the 800K house, which part of the KL?
I was prefer to stay along with my family, and all my families is in Kapong.
Okay, Tepong area. Okay. And how big and how many rooms? Again, like what I told Jenny, try to crystallize it. Then you'll be very
Yeah, I will figure it out.
okay. Good. Spend some time on it. Okay. Okay. Let's move on because if not, we'll have not enough time to complete. Again, let me stress again that we may not have time to go over everything in very great detail. In fact, some of these topics that we are doing or some of these exercises, you can literally spend half a day on it. Okay. And you should. Okay. So I encourage you to do it if you have not, because please spend just giving you a kind of a guide today to jumpstart. And those of you who are brave enough to turn on your mic and share, I really applaud you because it will help you go much further down the line. Okay, happy for you. Okay, let's go on. Okay, so what I said just now, sorry, I need to clear this. So what I said just now, please finish up the list of 50 or more. You don't have to start at 50, okay? You put down as many as you want of the things, the places, the people, the income, and all those things that you want to do on a list, and preferably write it down somewhere. Write it down somewhere, okay? And you'll be amazed that you can take, one by one, and you'll feel very amazing when you tick off. Hey, I've done this. Okay, tick. There's a very great sense of satisfaction when you can do that. So please take your own time and finish up the rest of the list of 50 on your own. Okay. Now the next part is so now that you have your reasons and you have your the things you want and so on, right? We kind of need to get into the gist of things or the meat of things. So the next part is I would like you to, because maybe some of you have not actually sat down and because so I would like you to, for the next 5 minutes, to prepare and to refine your own personal script on when people ask you about Asea, so that because it's going to be frequently used, and you need to write it down for yourself. Okay, now again later on, please, I will encourage you to read it out for every one of us, because all of us will be slightly different, and you never know what you share can help another person. So please don't be shy again. Okay, so the key focus that I would like to highlight over the next few months, I'll keep repeating this and hope, because I think it's going to be a critical. Learn to say less to more people. Okay, learn to say less to more people. Learn to ask for permission first before you even approach, give them all the materials and so on. And is don't spam them, in other words. So I would like to kind of say that the focus would be try and say less to more people as we progress towards the course of this year, and you'll realize that you have done more and more successful because of this. Okay. The $1 million question, some of you will probably have this, and somebody comes up to you, and or you have talked to a person and then they say, oh, so what do you do? Okay, and then you got to answer them, right? So in other words, you're kind of giving them a short 30 seconds elevator pitch about what you do. Okay, so you need to have something ready that you can rattle off without thinking. It should be automatic to you. Okay, so spend the next 5 minutes to write down what is it you do when people ask you, right? Followed by something like, oh, if I send you a link that clearly explains whatever you just talked about, right? Would you be interested to watch it? Or would you be something about it, right? So if I do something, would you do something, right? That is the asking permission part. Now, so for those of you who are on the call tonight, if you are most of you would be part-time. So if you are part-time, you obviously will have something else that you're doing, right? So part of your elevator pitch, when people ask you what do you do, you could start with say, oh, I actually run a certain, or I actually work for something company, but I'm also now starting a project with some key friends that something about Asea, right? So you talk about what you do currently, and at the same time, I'm also doing this side hustle or side project, or something that is very interesting about that. So spend 5 minutes now, write down your own personal for yourself, your own personal, what do you do kind of answer, your elevator pitch kind of followed by a if I, would you. So 5 minutes starting from now. If you are stuck, we have sent out many times scripts and all that in the chat groups. All you need to do is go into WhatsApp now and just search for scripts PDF. You'll see just take one of them. If you have never done it before, you have never written down your own script before, or if you have always been saying something that you never realize you've been saying, then just write it down and put it down on paper and then share with the rest of us so that we can also learn from you. Okay, so please again don't be shy. So I'm gonna give you about 5 minutes from now. I'm gonna just take some more water. Two and a half minutes more. Since you're on the call, we might as well take the opportunity to write it, so that you can share with everyone, and we could also help you refine it along the way. This is something that you will use very often. You meet someone new, or even if you catch up with a friend and they ask you, hey, so what are you doing now? And then you have to say this. If anybody is ready with your script, now it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, like I said, this whole exercise tonight is to kind of get you going. Okay. We kind of felt that a lot of trainings we've been doing is just giving you details and in training and information, and rather than that, it's good for you to participate as well, and hopefully some of these things are useful for you. I'm very sure that those who have turned on their mics and shared, they will have a different perspective on how to move from today, right? So please, those of you who have not, still have time. One minute, 15 seconds. If you already you're done, please unmute yourself and share. Happy to hear from you already. Thirty seconds more. The reason why I keep a timing is because it's just easier to keep track of time. Okay. Don't worry, it's not like exam. It's not like submitting an answer script. Okay, who would like to go first? Share with us your quick elevator pitch or your answer to a question by somebody when they ask you, hey, what do you do? Anyone? Don't be on the sidelines. Get into the game. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just your script. And it has to be your script because we can give you all the scripts and you have not personalized it for yourself and it doesn't work. Right. So for the past 5 minutes, just you've been writing your own script. Just unmute yourself and read it out for us. And we can help you to refine it if necessary, or maybe you help someone else on the call, someone else who has not been able to find a way to answer this question. They're stuck whenever people ask them. Anyone? I know a lot of times you are very used to receiving information, but like I said, I think there are plenty of videos, training materials out there already for all of this to take place. So there's no need to keep repeating the same things. You can always go and watch the videos on the multiple trainings that we have done on so many other topics. So there's no lack of that, right? But something like what we're doing tonight, it before. So it's kind of a quick live workshop for you. And you are in a safe space.
Vicky, can I try?
Of course.
Okay. So I would say there is a new medical breakthrough using cutting edge technology with cellular health. This is a technology developed in the US years and held by many scientists as the greatest medical breakthrough of a lifetime. Would you be able to watch a video if I share it with you?
Yeah. Okay. So very good. You're talking about the science and everything, but you haven't answered the question if they ask you what do you do. So you may want to add in something like I'm working with a US biotech company, something along those lines, right?
Okay.
Also, another thing you may want to do is see whether you can simplify a little bit, because we kind of know what we're talking about. But when you say this to somebody who has never heard of this before, they will kind of go, okay, way over my head. So they may not understand. So try to change some of the wordings to benefits rather than description, if you can. That means you describe through a biotech breakthrough that has helped people in certain ways, describe the ways without naming the diseases, right? And that can understand. For example, if has been helping people to have more energy, to have better performance while they run or they exercise, things that they can relate to easily. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can.
Good job. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Always remember that a lot of times, because we are in the business, we kind of have fallen in love with cellular health, biotech, redox signal, redox signaling molecules, and all those things, mitochondria. We because we are in the company, we are with the company, we have used it for a while. All these words mean what it means to us. It makes sense to us, right? But remember, when you talk to somebody, chances are they have never heard of it before. Chances are they have never encountered, they may not even be scientists or medical people. So try to simplify a little bit, easier, right? So that will be help probably to for those of you who are still crafting your speech. I mean your pitch. For me, I just say I work with a US biotech company to help them deliver to market a breakthrough technology called redox signaling. And I'll just ask them, have you heard about redox signaling? Or I say, heard about redox signaling? Then they probably answer no. And then you say, then you describe it a little bit, and then I say, if I send you a link that very clearly explains the science of redox signaling and how it can benefit you and your loved ones, would you be interested to watch it? Okay, that's how you can say it, something like that, right? So I kind of preface the fact that they may not have heard about redox signaling. It's such a new thing, and chances are most of them haven't. And then you say, if I can send you a link to something that is very clearly describes, explains this, would you want to watch it? Okay. Jenny, would you like to share? I saw you
Yeah,
unmute.
yeah. BK, actually, I have been talking to warm market a bit, cold market a bit. So I do not have a really a script. But just now
Doesn't
you
matter.
actually, yeah, just now you actually make me something, and I just spoke with a recent warm market, a close friend, and I think that script really brings some result. So this is what I did, or what I said. I said, you have been very surprised that I decided to quit my job and take care of my son, 13 years ago, and and be a full-time house. And all these years, you always ask, when are you coming back to work, or do you want to partner with me in whatever? Then I actually told you, nothing will actually make me choose otherwise than my son until today. I said, until today, I finally found something, and would you like to know? And she said, yes, of course. Then I said, okay, if I send you some info, would you, take a look? And then she said, yes. And at the end, she actually joined me. Just
Well
really.
done, well done. Yeah. Thank
So,
you very much for sharing. See, so it doesn't have to be anything about the science. Look at what Jenny just did. What she basically shared was to pick interest, to let her friend get interested, because now she's actually kind of taking out some time from her son and doing something, because of course the end game is to make sure she leaves something for the son. Interested, right? So it can be anything. So it must be personal to you, and when it's personal to you, you can say with a lot more confidence, a lot more conviction, and it makes more sense to you. Okay. Thanks for sharing, Jenny.
you're welcome. You make me
Anyone
learn.
else? Happy to help. Anyone else like to give it a try? Read us your script. No, it's already past the hour, so I'd like to go through the last part quickly. Feel free to go and work with your working sponsor or your working upline, and get them to help you with your script and personalize it for yourself, because you're going to need to use it very often, and results you're going to get, right? It's as simple as that. So let me just go through the very, very last part. I apologize for the slide overrun, but we're going to finish already, last part. Okay. So after you have done that, you've introduced, you have mentioned your script, and they have wanted to watch the video or whatever. It could be a video, it could be also a three-way meeting, right? Take it away from you as quickly as possible. Now, I would like to highlight that what we have noticed is that the people who do very well in this business are the people who learn to take it away from themselves as quickly as possible. That means when you try to run it everything by yourself, you'll find that it's very, very tough. But once you have picked the interest, once somebody say, yes, I'm happy to take a look, or yes, I'm happy to talk to somebody else, from you as quickly as possible. The more you do that, the more successful you're going to be, right? So um, don't don't rely on yourself all the time. No, I know some of you are all of you are very capable in your own right. You are leaders in your own field, you're leaders in your own occupation and so on. But when it comes to this business, you need to learn to take it away from yourself, right? So the moment you got their interest, they say, yes, I would like to meet. Yes, I would like to watch the video. And after they watch the video, quickly take it yourself as quickly as possible. Bring into the picture somebody in your team. It could be a working sponsor, it could be a working upline, it could be a working diamond upline, it doesn't matter. Somebody else other than yourself. So if you can do this, then your success will be faster and higher. So please learn from our mistakes. When we didn't do this, we don't have as much success, but the more we do this, the faster for you, okay? So I don't think we have time to go through how to do this, but please go and talk to the person that you. So you need to gather some information. You need to write a three-way expert introduction script. Now I can very quickly share with you that whenever we do three-way meetings for our team, right? What happens is that the person that is able to properly introduce the three-way expert, okay, the results are often much better. But when somebody just throws cobble the meeting together and bring three persons together without properly introducing the upline. Now, it's not that we need to be put on a pedestal. It's not about that. Please be very clear about that. But if you don't do a proper introduction, what happens is the effectiveness of the meeting is significantly lowered. Okay, so after tonight, please go and talk to the people that you're working very closely with. Get a bit of background, even if they are just a housewife. Okay, I give you an example. I'll give you a quick example. Let's say Jenny is my sponsor. Okay, and I'm gonna introduce her to my friend. Right. Even though she's just a housewife at this point in time, right? What I'm gonna say about her is I'm gonna highlight her strengths. So I'm gonna say that Jenny is actually a full-time mother. She's taking care of a son that she really needs to help take care of. You know, her son has some, but at the same time, she also recognizes that she needs to build a residual income to live for her son. So right now, she is one of the most hardworking persons that is actively building a legacy income for her son. And if I know she's very busy, but if I can arrange a time with her, I'm very sure she's happy to speak to you about how you can do this, even though you're holding a busy job. Okay, something along those lines. So you want to highlight her strength, the reasons, because those reasons could also be your prospects reasons. Okay, so I would like to encourage you after tonight, please go and talk to all of uh your upline leaders that you can find, or anybody that you're going to leverage on as a three-way, and find out certain things about them and craft a script for yourself, because you're going to use it very often to talk to them, to introduce them. And the better you are at introducing them, the better your success rate will be. Okay, so with that, I kind of overrun tonight. So thank you for coming on the call tonight. Let me know in private reply, just WhatsApp me or whatever, and let me know whether this style of training you have found it beneficial, or you would like to go back to the other way where you just sit down and listen, and then we just give you a lot of information, which I kind of think that we do have a lot of those already. So if you like something like what we are doing tonight, and then and it has been beneficial to you, okay. If not, I'm gonna say good night, everyone. Thank you for coming on a Sunday night for a call. If once the recording is ready, I'll put it out. But of course, tonight's training not really that interesting to go over when you watch it, right? Okay, unless you're participating during the training. Okay, if not, good night, everyone. Bye.